Alright guys, what's going on? Here we are, Caleb Plays live on Mixer. This is going to be a rather short stream today. For right now, I will be back later, but I just wanted to get this character started, and I figured I might as well do so on stream. So this is kind of the backstory episode, where we learn what this character is all about. This is a true son of Skyrim, so we're starting this with Live Another Life. And we're starting on the Civil War, on the Stormcloak Rebellion side. I am an Ord, and we just got in here. So let's listen to what these guys have to say.
Your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
No, but this...
Doing pretty good, Guitar. Having a hard time keeping interest in some of my other characters, so I've turned down the difficulty. So we're not playing on Legendary, and I kind of just want to play the game today. This will be a short stream, Guitar, because I do need to get out of here in a little bit. I'm just waiting for my ride. But yeah, we're doing good. The other characters might have a comeback, but for now, I think this is what we're going to focus on. Really just focus on playing on Adept instead of Legendary, and the other characters that I'm playing on are Legendary, so... I've kind of gotten tired of the Dark Souls, Skyrim, mods, you know? So, I'm taking it down to Adept and seeing if... Because that's where I usually play when I'm just playing for leisure.
If it even exists.
It exists, and it will be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The Jagged Crown. It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots. Back to the time when the king was a king because his enemies fell before him, and his people rose because they loved him. Skyrim needs that king. You will be that king, Ulfric. You must be.
You're certain you found it?
When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you.
Yeah, I'm blooded.
Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Garmar's jagged crown.
It will be there. You'll see.
Sure, why not?
I'm not sure you belong here, friend. I have found... We're headed to Corvinjum. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here.
You anticipate danger?
Aye. The Great Hunt killed old King Borgas. Gods only know with what profane arts those elves cursed his remains. Curses not with... But nothing a band of Stormcloaks can't handle, I assure you. Don't wait around.
Alright, so let's check my inventory. Good, I was given a Stormcloak set. I was worried about that. And then we have 2 rings of minor health. So that puts us up to... Okay. How about weapons? What are our weapons? Just a steel sword. Do we have a shield? Yes, we do. Okay. So yeah, this looks like a fun start. This means we don't have to go risk the frozen wastelands in order to kill an ice wraith. Instincts, primitive cooking, resourcefulness, scrimshaw, as long as it's Skyrim.
I'll beat you to Corvinjum even though you start first.
So yeah, we have a couple things here. Before we go any further with the Civil War, we are going to go straight to Helgen and rescue Ralof. That way Ralof shows up at Cordovan, and it will all seem good. So we are playing on a difficulty. Let's see. What do we need to do between here and there? Part of me wants to go by foot, but if I go by foot, chances are I would go the way Cordovan did. So we're just going to go ahead and take this carriage. as far as who we are worshiping, Talos. No reason not to. No reason not to start with Talos. Why don't we go pray to his shrine first? Get some guidance from him. See what would Talos do? WWTD. Talos, you were but a man. But now, we need your guidance. So we erect statues in your honor. And call you more than a man.
Eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is they're an imperial spy.
Spies. Yeah, so I played on Legendary for over a week trying to do these mods, and I never really got that far. And I think that's part of the reason why yesterday all my streams were bleh. The last 2 days I've been burnt out a little bit. So that's why I reduced it to Adept and see if I can actually get this going. I hate to keep restarting like this because nobody wants to keep watching the guy. No one wants to watch a guy who streams who can't get past a couple episodes without wanting to restart. So that's where we're at. Not much of a deal, but... So, let's see. Where should we go? Go to Whiterun or Fall Creek?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
I think we're going to go to Fall
Climb
Creek.
and back, and we'll be off.
And we're going to go up the back route toward Helgen.
Hurry it up.
And then continue on. So as soon as we get Rayloff, we're going to go to Cordovan. We're not going to worry about the Fleetfold Barrow, not going to worry about the Golden Claw. We will do those when it comes to when we have to deliver a message to Jarl Balgruuf. So, we're really pumping up the Civil War, and the Civil War is going to be a main part. Alright. Pull that zoom back a little bit. Good. Do a quick save right here because it doesn't auto save on a cart for some reason. And night is a little dark, so let's change that. Let's go to Vivid Weather. Change night brightness to 3. And we'll change moonlight to ultra. We also need to set up Frostfall, because we do want to use that. So let's wait for that to start up. La la la, it's amazing how this book appeared in my inventory. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're going to do this at a short stream, but it's going to be a lot of action. Hopefully. Obviously, we haven't trained. We're not going to train. We are going to take everything as is. We have that set up, so let's preset to immersive. And turn off fast travel. The only time we turn fast travel on is if we have a follower who is lost. Wow, my stamina is tight. So what food do we have on us? Cooked beef, green apples, and a jug of milk. Let's start getting some flowers, and we'll make some melanin tea. Mountain flowers tea, or maybe even some lavender. Hey. No. Alright, so, sea guitar, what's going on? You enjoying your playthrough? Because I know you've got yours set up the way you want it. Have you been able to stick with one character? Really? Who are you?
This one has something sweet for the fellow traveler, if it entices.
What do we got for sale?
Take a look.
Take a look. Moon sugar and skooma. You dirty kitchen. You dirty, dirty kitchen. Take these. Take all the stuff I am not going to use right now. You are out of money. Wonderful. That means you can buy these. Now fuck
Sweet
off.
hand.
Hey, hold on. Hold on.
The finest skooma, the sweetest moon sugar. At a fair price, of course.
Just give me what... This doesn't seem legal.
Ah, snitch, eh? Come.
First bit of action.
Cards now, can I?
Yes, always good you're in this game. Good. Oh yeah, that's so much better. That is so much better. Now we actually have a battle that... Ooh, that's an idea. Now we actually have... to actually have battles. Is that what I wanted to do? Probably not, but you get the idea.
That takes care of that.
We actually have to be smart about what we're doing. Because... not just, ooh, I have a bow and arrow, I'm gonna one-shot you. That crowd over here. This is the way to go. Should be able to get around here, get over to that bridge, and maybe get our first boat. I don't see myself getting too heavy into archery, but of course we do have Hunterborn installed, so that basically solves that up. We may not use it for combat, but he said, knowing full well that it is highly likely he will go and use it in full combat, but... Imperial bow. Ew. Why do they always have to be Imperial bows? There we go. A hunting bow. It's a little worse than a Imperial. But I'd rather use it. One thing I want to do actually right now is I want to switch over to iron boots and iron gauntlets. We are going to try to level up heavy and light armor at the same time. Now what that does is it prevents us from using some of the perks, but at the same time some of the perks only require you to have 2 pieces. So here's 2 pieces of heavy, and here's 2 pieces of light. So that will allow us to level up a little bit quicker, but at one point we're going to have to choose one or the other. And I think how we'll make that choice is based on what we're doing. I would like to one of the other thing we're going to focus on this character is going to be two-handed weapons.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
Go home to my mother? You shouldn't talk to me like that.
Why? What are you gonna do? Cry?
Back off
I don't
now.
have to take that from you.
Shut up.
Time to end this little game.
I don't know. Wow. She got a hit on her. She got some skill, I won't lie. Shield. 28 caps. make it into rogues. And I want to switch to the bandage field instead of the steel. A little bit it's a little bit weaker as far as the rating goes, but I like having it, but the bigger side of it makes me feel safer. If that makes sense. Followers? Probably on this character. Yes. Yes, bows are always for dragons. I never leave home without a bow. Unless I am specifically playing a character who doesn't believe that archery is a form of combat, is a acceptable form of combat, I always have a bow on me, whether it's a bow or a crossbow, because of those damn dragons. You still use the rebellion sword. Oh, you're liking that one-handed claymore? Good. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love this load order. I'm just having a hard time getting into a character that I really want to concentrate on. I think that's the best way for me to say it. I need to get to a character that says, hey, this is who you are. This is what you want to play. And I think that's what we're going to be doing. And I think this character is going to be the perfect example of that. So expect this character to be around a lot. And here comes the bandit. Get the ranger, because we know... Dead.
Yourself a Nord?
Oh, there we go. Let's take that cooked beef. And also wine. Disgusting. Regular wine. Disgusting. We're true son of Skyrim.
Get away.
There will be nothing going down our gullet as far as mead goes, except for Nordmead. And if you don't know the Song of Nordmead, you need to go find it, because that is the greatest song in the world. But we'll raise our flag into another dead dragon. There's just one drink we need. Nordmead. As you can see, fellas, we are just starting this character. We are going to go up to Helgen here and rescue Ralof, because that's what we need to do. The Jarl has sent us, Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, and wants us to go get the Jagged Crown. But before we do that, we heard rumors of an attack on Helgen, and we know at one point Ralof was there, but he never showed up. Obviously, Jarl Ulfric is back in Windhelm and sitting on his throne. But Ralof got lost somewhere. We need to go figure out where he's at. That sounded like something that's been dead for a long time. Something that really shouldn't be around anymore. Imperial! Wait, Hadvar! Oh, I just had to laugh at that. That's hilarious. Hadvar shouldn't be standing there right now. Oh, no. Oh, Caleb. Don't do this, Caleb. Don't get stuck, Caleb. There it is. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. I know. We won't lose our progress. We won't lose our saved progress. Instead, what we will do is get Frostfall. Enable. Back. Exit. Gotta wait a couple of seconds. Oh my gosh. Our closest point is Valkyrie. Wow. Whatever. Normally I can make it past here, no problem. Come on. Left, right, up, down, jump. Nope. Here's hoping we can fast travel. Oh, that was unfortunate. But that's nothing more than a 2-minute run. Now that we have nothing on the road. I probably should have done a quick save before I walked it. Alright, so yeah. Let me check my messages IRL. Because this is going to be a rather short stream. I'm just waiting on someone to say, hey, we're here and we need to get going. So Fall Creek is discovered. I have not meditated in a while. How am I freezing? I should not be freezing. Okay, raw. Oh, my God. Talos, where are you? Not moving. There we go. 3 hours spent with Talos. And we are on our way. Alright. They are just getting around, so that is not something we need to worry about right now. Let's get back to our chat room. We do have our tablet open. And that is our sole way of chatting because we are streaming from the Xbox One. What question? I'll live another life. Yeah, right. So unfortunately we didn't get Helgen discovered, otherwise we could have just fast traveled straight to it. This time we will go around the correct way. That's a nice backpack you have there. It'd be a shame if someone...
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
You're damn right he does. Through the Empire and the Thou War, making us side in the white gold concordant, banning the worship of Talos. What are you talking about? Be free to worship whoever we want, whether it's Talos, Sanguine, Bella, Mara, doesn't matter. Free to worship whoever. Hey, there's that other chick we were looking for. Oh. Why did I pick up that shitty wine? Get rid of that shitty wine. Get rid of that shitty wine. Nord meat is where it's at. At the very least, if we have to, we'll drink some honey brew. But when we raise our flagon to another dead dragon, there's just one drink we need. Nord mead. Started tiny houses. Find a guide to craftsmanship that shacks and other small dwellings. That is a wonderful mod. It allows us to build houses wherever we want. And here you see Hunter but not bandits. Hunter not bandits in action. This hunter is stalking the deer. And so yeah. Use my truck to ignore that. Yeah, we don't have a bone, so of course we're gonna get poor deer hide. But getting those bones is definitely worth it at the moment. And we got some food. So yeah, I think we're gonna keep fast travel enabled for if we get stuck again like that, but we're not really gonna use it. Fast travel's a corruption, one that I don't particularly like to use. So, you know, Sea Guitar's having a good time here, not everybody else. We do have a chat room open. Feel free to use it. Feel free to not. If you just like having someone on in the background playing Skyrim while you're doing something else, great. Or if you're enjoying the stream, great too. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is our first episode, and we used to play on Legendary, our past couple characters, but we never really got far with them. So that's what we wanted to change here. We wanted a chance to try to get farther. And you aren't supposed to be standing right there. Now, of course, we're going to have to go around this way so we don't get stuck. Not a problem. Come on. Come on, stamina. Get up. Get up. There you go. Oh. That jump didn't exactly work, but here we are. So if you've never done this start, which means you probably don't know much about it, you're kind of wondering what's going on here. What are you doing back in Helgen? Well, when you get back to Helgen, you try to find out what happened here. And right over here is a burning corpse. The body turns to ash as you touch out, but somehow a leather journal survived the attack. This journal contains several updated entries. What this is the guy who took your place on the carriage. And what he knows is... Now, hold on, let me see. Oh. It's not even talking about the cave now, since I've already done that, since I've already started the Civil War, and that would explain why Hadvar was where he was at. Okay. So that means all we need to do is head straight down the road to Riverwood. Alright. Definitely need to level up and put points in stamina. That is a doggy. Is that a hunter's dog? Yes, it is. Hunter, come here.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Well, here's some, what do you have for sale? Animal fat. Some bigger bones. Yeah, sell all the bones. There we go.
All right then.
We'll get into Hunter more later. Not too worried about it right now. Warrior Stone. If you are wondering where those extra perks came from for the Warrior Stone, that is Nice Ion Andromeda. Standing Stone in Skyrim. We do use Andromeda's greatest hit, so, or an Nice Ion's greatest hit, I should say. Apocalypse, Coordinator, Standing Stone, Thunder Child. Which is Shouts. We have Summer Mist, which is enchantment, and Wildcat, which is combat. Now we have Wildcat set up so it's the same in and out. The same damage we do, they should do too. Oh!
It's all clear now.
She did her damage more than I could do mine. Wow. How far back are we? Oh, Jesus. I am much better at quick saving than that. I am much better at saving our progress so we don't have to do this. And what's amazing about this is actually, depending on where this is, this could be before we ever got stuck, hypothetically. One thing I do want to go check real quick before we go any further. That's exactly what happened. Okay. Before we go any further, I want to check one thing. And I want to go over here to mod list, and I want to see what the damage scale is for Wildcat on Adept. And see if we want to either raise or lower that. If anything, we would raise it, but not by much, because I don't want to play on Legendary. Legendary is great, but it is very unforgiving. And Sigadar here will tell you that when this is on Legendary, my mod list reminds him of Dark Souls. I've never played Dark Souls, but I understand what he's talking about. So right here, we should have our balanced damage scale. And you may not be able to see this over here in this picture, but it says Adept is 2 times in for player character and 2 times out for non-player character. So same damage, in and out, we just got beat. That's all. That's all that happened there. So we're going to come back up here, get this notebook, and head back on our way. One thing we're going to do right now is, I know I said I want to try and really use light armor and heavy armor at the same time, but we need more stamina. Or we need better stamina regeneration, and heavy armor will not help that fact right now. So until we level up a little bit and get some perks into heavy armor, we'll wait. So Hadvar, how are you? Can we get through here? We can. So yeah, it hasn't been the greatest start in the world, I will tell you that. We know that much, but we did start in Windhelm, and we have the Civil War already started, so that's what this character is. This character is, of course, a true son of Skyrim, and we will be pushing the Civil War up until, basically, we have to do, basically until we have to do, deliver a message. Alright. So yeah, this stream has about 30 more minutes, I would say, maybe less. It all depends on when I get this message saying I need to get out of here. That's all I'm waiting for at the moment. So, normally my streams are 3 hours long. Normally my streams, I like to stream for at least 3 hours. 3 hours seems to be the good amount of length to where not only is the files easy enough to handle as far as like uploading it somewhere else, if I were to do that, because of, and any more than that and they start getting a little too big as far as having to download, say, 2 or 3 at a time. If you didn't know, with Mixer, they have past broadcasts available, and for me, it's like 14 days. So I have 14 days from the end of the stream to download my streams, and that way I can work on them. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet. Ideally, I'd like to maybe upload it somewhere else so it's preserved. But at the same time, I've said that about 3 other characters as well, and basically I need to commit to saying Brian Chambers, the true Nord of Skyrim, is my streaming character right now. We do have those other characters, but I do not want to stop playing this character and then lose interest. Because I think that's what happened when we were trying to really what's that? Explore guides to crafting? How did I not notice that last time? Wow. That, of course, is campfire. Campfire, frostball, all I need, all work together. You can use campfire without frostball and I need, but once you're just looking for extra crafting, or maybe you want to build a small campfire somewhere. Okay. I was gonna go in there because and rescue the winch that's in there, but at this point I think we're gonna have to wait. So let's do a quick save right here so we don't have to walk all this way for the 3rd time. Switch over to our banded iron shield. Get our sword on. Come on. Come on, Wolfie. Come on. You scared me? Come on. There we go. Pick up. Oh, nope. Only weigh like 80. Yeah. Whatever. Build us. Intel. Harvest ingredients. Dispose. Build us. Intel. Harvest ingredients. Dispose. The address. Intel. As you can see, I don't have time or animation with Hunterborn because once you start doing it for a while, having those on really, I don't want to say a waste of time, but it kind of brings you out when you really just want to keep moving forward. So it slows everything down, and there might be a time to turn it back on, but right now there's not that time. Hi, Haywire Jester. Thank you for joining us. I normally don't open my viewer list because I know there are some people on the viewer list who literally want to lurk and they don't want their names called out. So I respect that, and so I wait for you to talk to me. So thank you for joining us, Haywire Jester. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I hope you will continue to enjoy yourself. Let's talk to Sven here.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. Feindal thinks
I saw a dragon in Helgen.
truly. So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this.
It was a dragon.
All right.
It'll kill
There we
us
go.
all.
That's all we wanted to do in Riverwood. The whole point of coming here was going to Helgen, seeing if we needed to stay Rayloff or not. Otherwise, we'll just keep going. We are on the road to Korjavund. And the easiest way to get there is to follow the river and stay on this side of the river, because we are going past Lorelei Farm. So yeah, maybe we'll get into trouble along the way, maybe we'll find a place to go into, who knows. At this point, ruined pelt. Well, that makes sense. We don't have a knife on us at the moment. Maybe catch some fish? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Guitar. You stole the idea right out of my mind. We have Frostfall on, but what I'm thinking about doing right now is actually taking the river. Seeing if we can find any salmon. Yep. Great minds think alike, the Guitar. And one thing, since we're over on this side. Whoa! Hello, Wolfie. Over here, we're going to come down here and get this pillar marked on the map. Keep an eye on the other side. Making sure we don't get flanked by another wolf or worse. While we were swimming, we did get a little bit thirsty and a little bit hungry, but okay, here it is. Oh, there we go. Enemies nearby. Oh. Anybody else? No. I thought Killer Boss is now following. Yo, thanks for the follow, dude. Always nice when that happens. Always feel much better when somebody follows me. Thank you for joining us, Killer Boss. I do appreciate that. This is gonna be the shortest stream I will ever do. I am currently waiting for a message that says I need to get out of here, but we will be back later today with a full stream that will last about 3 hours. I'm not going to tell you how long from now that will happen, because I don't want you to sit around and wait for me and me not show up. So later today we will be streaming at least 3 hours. We may do two more streams today and get 6 hours in. Because I generally do like to stream about 6 hours a day, and I might even get 1 or 2 more in before I go to bed. All depends on whether or not I'm feeling like an insomniac when I go to sleep. I have been known to just keep playing Skyrim all night and it affects my sleep schedule. Let's put it this way. Yesterday I didn't play Skyrim much because I wasn't really in the mood. I needed some time off from it just to renew my interest. But I was still up to like 2 or 3. I didn't really have anything to do yesterday, so I kind of slept until like 3 in the afternoon. Yeah. Let me tell you something. There is something even worse than not sleeping. Not sleeping as far as being exhausted. It's oversleeping. Wow. Just under the bridge. Brass tumbler, 132 gold. That is an ancient scroll. Are the guards going to help us with it? Do you have mods? Yes, we have mods. We have almost our full Xbox One mod list completely full. I think we can add like maybe 1 item, but not much. I will go through those mods here in just a second, but right now, as you can see, we have Beast of Skyrim installed. This Ancestor Troll has a lot of health, and like the other trolls, it regenerates. So I don't know if I can do enough damage this early to make it work. And I don't know why this guard isn't helping me. And this Ancestor Troll, he's kind of a coward. Which is making me feel better about doing this, but he just struck me, so that stops me from feeling bad. Let's put flames in our left hand and just keep frying this guy's skin. Guard! Seriously! There's a troll under the bridge. Oh! Okay. You wanted to look at our mod list you wanted to see my mods before we loaded back into, right before we quick save right there. Let's take a look at my mod. What I'm going to do is slowly scan the list and call out a couple mods and explain them as I go down. If you're asking about mods, you're probably familiar with a lot of these because some of these are basic, some of these are really, if you're looking for a certain experience, these are the mods you want. Of course, the first mod on everybody's mod list will always be the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. Or maybe if you're using the Legacy version, you might have this. This is on Xbox One, so of course we're using Special Edition. We have Campfire, Frostfall, Wet and Cold, I Need, all of that for the true survival experience. How much do they cost? What cost? Mods? Mods are free. The only thing that costs money is the Creation Club, and I don't believe in spending money for mods that take away from what the other creators are doing. Yeah, mods are completely free. By going to, you go to the start load screen, and under Creation Club, there's a list called mods. From there, you can go through and download any mod you want for free. What I would recommend, Exploding Kitties, is looking for maybe like a master list. Look up like Skyrim Xbox One master list or PC master list for a load order. And what you're going to find is a lot of these mods and a description of what they do. But you're also going to find them in the correct order they need to be in a mod list, in a load order, because their mod position in your load order matters. And that is the number one thing everybody needs to realize. Your load order matters. Because if you have a shitty load order, your game will crash beyond repair, and you will have to redo that load order time and time again. I've had load orders where I couldn't go to Windhelm because Windhelm was so buggy, and I played around it. But after a few years and reading these mod lists, I know what a load order should look like. The guitar, thank you for that. This load order does work very, very good. We don't get many crashes at all. And the only time I have crashed in the past week is because I tried to change the load order. So as you can see here, we do have Campfire, Frostfall, Sweating Cold, I Need, those are for the true survival experience. Divine Interiors makes insides look better. Make interiors look better. We have Vivid Weathers and Divine Atmosphere, simply for better weather and better looks around. These are your basic mods right here. These make your, this one right here makes your quest look, your journal look better. It describes the stuff better, things like that. Parthenos Dilemma. Now you can actually choose whether or not you want to kill Parthenos. Cutting room floor. This mod, the best way I would describe it is cut content is not a mod. Restoring cut content that the developers of the game decided to take out for their initial release, that's not a mod release. It's just giving them back to us. We also have Magic College Winterhold, which makes it look better. Tiny houses is so you can build your own houses around, and it's something that I haven't gotten into too much, but we will be doing on this character. The Izmir's Rest is so far north that I haven't been there, and then I haven't found a hidden hideout yet. This is deep immersion style. Hidden House in Skyrim is designed to provide your characters with immersive areas in the wilderness for rest, storage, and the occasional anonymity. So what this is that this has 21 different hideouts amongst in the world. As you can see, we also have survival outfitters, simple campfire stuff, campers, workbench, things that help the survival mods feel better, feel more real. Point the way, practice dumbing, rift and back doors. These mods right here, they're just simple quality of life. The practice dummy, I can actually train on practice dummy. If you go to village, go to Winterhold. Doesn't give you lit. Buddy, I know you're Polish, but that sentence did not make sense. Sorry. When I say an Sion's greatest hit, as far as talking about mods, this is what I'm talking about. Apocalypse Coordinator, the compatibility patch, Imperious, Races of Skyrim, Winter Sun, Faces of Skyrim, Thunderchild, which is for Epic Shout, Summer Mist, which is for Enchantment, and Andromeda, which is the unique standing stone. These will always be in every one of my mod lists. Unless I'm doing something completely different, these are the ones that are in every one of my load orders because I can't play without them when I'm playing mods. They are that good and that ingrained into my playstyle that I feel worse off without them. We have better vampires, which I haven't really gone through and done its settings yet, but we also have Wildcat, which is as the injuries and stuff like that. One thing I do with Wildcat is I set it up right at the beginning, and then at the very end, when you're setting up Wildcat combat in Skyrim, there is an option for either keeping or removing that power, that configuration spell. I remove it every time. Once I set it up Wildcat, I never change it. A couple of these mods that I have in this list, you'll see they don't have a check mark. That's because I'm currently not using them, but I don't want to re-download them later. This one right here, we're not using, but I will explain it. This basically turns character creation overhaul. After you create your character, it gives you the next option to make your character more along the line of, say, Morrowind or Oblivion. And it gives you those extra points, but it also sets every other one that you don't choose down to 5. So we have immersive movement, we have Hunter's Hotbed, we have better food where I don't have to eat 10 cheese wheels in order to get 100 health. We also have diverse dragons, we have convenient horses, which we have tougher dragons. We have rebalanced encounter zone. Now this right here is what makes the alternate start really possible, because with alternate start you can use it, great. But if you go into, say, I don't know, Fleet Cult Barrel, and you're level 20, Are they still going to be level? Is everybody in Sleepfall Zero still going to be level 5, or are they going to be level 20 with you? What this does is this makes the caves as strong as they should be, while allowing for more. So you might go into one cave that could go into early on, say Embershard Mine. Embershard Mine, that bandit outside kicked our ass earlier. But now we can do this more. Next time I stream, I will go through this load order again and redo it, and talk about it some more. But right now, I told you this stream could end unexpectedly, and that's what's happening. We are going to load the quick save, and I need to get out of here. So I will be back in a couple hours to stream again, but for now, this has been Kalo Plays. You've been watching a True Northern Skyrim, and I thank you all for watching, subscribe, and following. It really does help me, and it really makes me want to continue this. So until next time, guys, I've been Kalo Plays. This has been a True Northern Skyrim, and I'm out.